Hello, and welcome back to Lords and Villains. Yay! We have the Sunday service, and got a lot of things to do, a lot of changes to do, but we have the entire winter to get it done. To plant a bunch more trees. I do need. This is already being expanded, and then I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking, and wait. The Jepson is getting a farmland here with trees they can harvest, or not harvest them, get apples and pears. Muckle House, they have enough, and same with the family that's going to live up here. But there's one thing I want to talk about today, and that is a roadmap for upcoming updates for this game. It's going to be a lot of a few changes. So update number 2 is the focus on the nobles, and they're going to introduce artisans. Nobles are going to be moved to out of town, so to speak, in short term. So artisan is going to be the new nobles, though, but they're going to be artisans, just like nobles. And they will retain a lot of the abilities and freedoms. There's only a few things that will be removed, which is in a chapel is no longer used by artisan. They are in church with everyone. Tavern will be removed as a zone, so they will arrive at the inn with wine, higher quality meals, and so on and so forth will be served. Donations to clergy no longer reflect noble families. The clergy simply expects the player to donate a calculated amount of valuables over a period of time to maintain their relationship. So yeah, artisans are visiting church like everyone else. Theater is now visited by everyone, including peasants. Artisans now live in households, much like peasants. Villa is no longer used to be occupied by artisans and will serve a different purpose. And artisan cannot be proposed to. See later why. And at the artisan overhaul, they will also take a look at the alchemist, rope maker, and glass makers to give them more use in the economy. Nobles are gone, but again, say hello to nobles. They are, like I mentioned, they're going to be generated at the start of the map of a new game. We can see them in population book, but they are out of the map. They live in their own settlements, their own manor, ruling on their own land, and the growth is simulated by the game, and the potential for diplomacy now grows. So Villa is now a guest house at the manor. You invite a noble family to spend time. They will visit your settlement. They will use money to buy expensive stuff. They will eat meal. They will go to chapel to participate in Sunday mass. And after 2 weeks, they will leave, and it will improve the relationship with you as they express gratitude for your hospitality. And having a bad relationship with the nobles might cause a loss of relationship with the royals, because there's a chance every day that they will use their favor to damage our or my reputation or yours reputation with the royals. With good relationship or high, you can propose marriage to a member. It's still the same as it worked previously, but it's limited to the new type of nobles families instead. And new game mechanics, of course, will cause noble families to give up optional opportunities to deliver shipments of goods and material to earn money, royal favor, and improve relationship. And the royal tax will now receive a redesign, which I personally am happy about, because right now you get crazy amounts of stuff that you need to pay in tax. I wish I could zoom out even more on the settlement to give it a bit more total overview while I'm going through this. I hope you don't mind. And I'm also I'm just roughly going through it, and I'm going to leave a link if you want to read it yourself. But yeah, let's see, royal tax redesign. So it's gotten quite a few criticism of it because it's not rewarding and too restrictive. They said it made a lot of sense to the developers, and yeah, no extra reward but simply a baseline expectation, blah blah blah. So the difficulty is often unpredictable and either too easy or too hard to respond to, like now. So they will turn it into a more optional and reward-based system. So the calculation of combat power for regiment is one thing. It will be a simply a combination of attack and defense properties of all soldiers in it, reflecting their equipment, age, stats, and training. Second, the royal taxation will only demand a generic target, resources of the player's choosing, which add up to a certain market value. So you can choose what you want up to the market value. A regiment is composed of any kind of soldier, so you can have mixed soldiers in it that add up to a certain combat power, which is also very good. And then lastly, much like nobles, royals will introduce their own quest, optional deliveries of specific resource and material for an additional bonus favor. Both taxes and quests can be sent away as deliveries at any time during the year. And as long as the target values have been delivered within the year, the taxes are considered successful. So that's really good. So if you have everything, let's say halfway through the year, you can send it in. In the beginning of the year, you can send it in. At the end of the winter, you can send it in. You have new ways to control the economy. You can adjust the management by families with the material they need to produce goods, manage the material reserves. You can limit stock of resources with triggers, as well as villagers to sell excess goods, manage cooking strategy for families, enact embargo on caravan resources to prevent caravan from buying or villagers from purchasing that specific resource from caravans. You can force families to produce an unprofitable resource. You can enact policy to prevent inns to sell bats and meals to local villagers. Oh, nice. I see we have 3 people on money. And then we have update 3, the campaign mode. This is going to overhaul the entire tutorial because people didn't really like it, if I remember correctly. So the campaign mode is going to be some sort of tutorial mode. They will take through a set of designed scenarios with each defined starting point. So that basically it will be a further, bigger, better tutorial / introduction to the game. So to speak. It will also a small element of storytelling, nice, and add new challenges and quests that aim to make the introduction and learning of the game even more friendly. This campaign mode can be further expanded in the future with challenge maps or even community mods. So that's the currently planned updates they have for the near future. They don't want to specify any release dates because that's very good. Then we don't expect it to be released and be disappointed when they delay it. So yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, I am going to leave a link to the roadmap update. Ooh, forging. Yes. Finally. Right, who was it? Let me just give them this part first. Downey. I want 35. You can give 10 here. Let's give them to Downey. There you go. Let's give them 5 and 5. There you go. Welcome Downey to the town. Okay, so with the new introduction and removing the tavern, I mean, we need to start a new game anyway, so I'm going to build this up, but I think all of the changes they've announced is for the better, especially the tax one. That one is the most, by far, the one I am happy about. The rest, not so much. I mean, I'm happy about all of the updates they are bringing out. One thing I really would like is more decorative pieces. Exterior, interior. Those things would be great to have. Would be amazing, you know? Okay, so... They are mining away, right? Maybe more optimization, you know, for the bigger maps. The game is pretty good optimized for the smaller portion of the maps, but once you get to the bigger maps with as big of a town as we do, it gets a little choppy from time to time, especially when it rains. So who's alone? We have Cretney, Robertson, and Benoist. 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 Okay, so I need to look at the royal taxes. We need 2 soldiers. Currently we have no one. Fish is just to get that one I can't get. Apples I am hoping. Pears, not a chance. The rest we have. Stone. I'm hoping we have enough stone. I'm hoping we will get enough stone. Because that would be amazing. Would be really great if we had enough stone. Resource profitable. 2 people are starving. It's Benoist. Okay, I do need to feed Benoist. Who is Benoist again? It's the bakers. They're completely out. Okay, so let's feed Benoist a little. But there you are. Let's give them... Oh, let's give them 1 and 1. I know they want more. Let's give them 5. I know they want more. Melons, let's give them 4. The rest I do want to keep. Let's give them 5 wood. Why not? And they also... Need anything else here? No. Why, do you want a dog? Sure, you can have a dog. Why not? What I wanted to give them is flour. I can give you 10. Okay, that's basically it. Can't let people starve, you know, that's not a possibility. It's not a possibility at all. Alright, but I think I'm going to leave this episode here. Short and nice one, a bit informative, hopefully. If you want me to keep you know, reading out the updates and roadmaps and such that are here, that is out for the game, let me know. If you want me to stop, also let me know, because I had no issues stopping doing that. Yeah, names, suggestions, all of that good stuff. Leave a comment. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful time zone. Take care, and I will see you all in the very, very next episode. Bye bye.